Yeah, I got the game all in my hand. Ooh.
Hello, and you are now tuned in to the only universe mode that matters. I am Christian.
I'm Jesse.
And here we are, Jesse. The Survivor Series pay-per-view is over. I was hoping it would be the first pay-per-view I would win. I tied.
Yeah, we tied him.
Screw you, Adam Cole. And screw you, Smackdown. That is what I will say, and that's the end of the video, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, join the... No, guys, it was a crazy, fun show. Jess, let's start with it. Was this show of the year?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going back to scroll the decks of pay-per-views, and I just feel like for whatever reason, our pay-per-views just work, man. And the stories really do tell itself. Like, I'm coming out of this, and we're hanging out all night. So I'm sure we're gonna pop up in random conversations. Yo, you should do this with this superstar. You should take this there. That's kind of always how we operate. But Jess, there's a list full of possibilities for Raw moving out of this, including one that I want to discuss with you off of air. So please remind me. But to talk about the show, we got to start it off with the beginning. We got to start it off with the and honestly, I feel like the way we slated the card, we were having a pretty not, I'm not gonna say a debate, but we were giving it some deep thought. How we're gonna slate the card? What's part one? What's part two? How many matches in each? I think it ended up being perfect. I really did. We started it off with the women's match. I had Team Raw, which was helmed by the captain Naomi. And, of course, we had Becky Lynch, Dakota Kai, and Bianca Belair. I do want to discuss that a little bit, but who we have on Team SmackDown?
Kansas and Indy Hartwell, my respective, I'll probably say co-captains since they're the champions. Kansas and Indy Hartwell, Bayley, walking into this match was the briefcase holder. We'll get to that. And Ronda Rousey. This match was fun. This match was a lot more competitive than the men's match, for sure. The women's match was longer. Team Raw got it done. Becky and Bianca were the last two, and I believe the last one out of the SmackDown side was Indy Hartwell. We had some big key moments in the match. I believe Naomi was the first one to get... Who was it? I think it was Bayley was the first one to get eliminated, truthfully. And then
Bayley was, ironically.
Yeah, and then Ronda Rousey put Naomi in an armbar and submitted her. Then it was 3v3 respectively. Match went on. And then I think
Dakota got eliminated next.
Yeah, I think
you had the advantage.
I think I think Ronda eliminated Dakota. So I think Ronda had 2 eliminations in this match as well. Don't quote me, but if she did, I mean, she just carried off from that SmackDown performance of her in that Battle Royal. And then it was obviously Becky and Bianca left on your side, and then they just picked apart the rest of SmackDown. I think Becky Lynch submitted Ronda, I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember every elimination.
Yeah, because it was a long recording.
I know I was left with Bianca and Becky, and again, I do want to point out, Bianca won the match for this team, which is in the sum of the story, which, again, guys, I mean, we can only script this so much. We don't script outcomes. We just, create a little bit of storylines. And Naomi had to pick either Bianca or Sasha. She went with Bianca, and Bianca won her the match. Bianca was probably the biggest part of this match for Team Raw.
For sure.
Ultimately. Yeah. So, yeah, Bianca and Becky handing SmackDown the first L, and it came down to Becky, Bianca, and Candice and Indy. And when it came down to it being a tag team match, well, the tag team champions lost. Indy was for SmackDown, was the last survivor. She just didn't survive.
Yeah, she was the least. She didn't impress me at all in the match.
But she lasted.
She lasted until the very end. Candice LeRae was low key the MVP of my match because Ronda Rousey got eliminated second. Bayley was only in there for maybe 15 minutes total. But yeah, Indy Hartwell was sadly the one left. Excuse me again. The smoothie is just the smoothie got me messed up. But Bianca definitely got the job done. Picked up the victory for Monday Night Raw, and had Monday Night Raw up 1-0 in the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Yeah,
Jess, it was a hell of a way to kick it off. It was a very, very fun match. I enjoyed the crap out of it. I was glad to have a competitive match. And in years past, honestly, the Survivor Series match has been a struggle. Not only to
This time it ran smooth for the first time since.
It ran
even
great.
2K22 was slow.
We didn't get kicked out of the matches. We didn't get lag. We even had custom attire. So looking back, maybe we could have done Team Raw, Team SmackDown shirts. Maybe moving forward, that's something we can apply once again. but we just wanted to run into a match with no issues. And we didn't have any issues with this whole pay-per-view. Except for the main event with the audio, but I hope I fixed that. But yeah, it was a fun way to kick things off, Jesse. And then the show really only got more and more fun from here. We did have a Smackdown match next. What was your idea with putting this match on the card, I must ask?
Well, truth be told, Angelo Dawkins, I think we all knew pinning Brock Lesnar shouldn't have happened because he did kind of win how Adam Cole won. Didn't hit him with the finishing move. Pinned Brock Lesnar when he was hurt based off of other people, hitting Brock Lesnar with brogue kicks like Sheamus. The bitter end was hit on Brock Lesnar in that match as well in that last SmackDown pay-per-view. And Angelo Dawkins took advantage of that and pinned Brock Lesnar to become the new United States champion. Sheamus was definitely pissed off about that. And Sheamus and Angelo Dawkins happened. Angelo Dawkins looked good in the match against Sheamus, but Sheamus prevailed, and now... Had
he prevailed, because we saw, as Angelo was making his way down to the ring, we saw Montez say, hey, good luck in your match. And Angelo said something. He said, your opportunity will come as well.
Yeah, it happened maybe 10 minutes later.
Yeah, and so I was charging up a finisher. I don't even know what Angelo's finisher is in reality. I was charging up a finisher. I saw the Street Profit sign go on the screen. I think, okay, Montez is going to come out and help me. I don't need help. Montez is in the middle of the ring with a baseball bat, clocks me with it, bro kick is hit, and that is the match. Angelo Dawkins in a big pay-per-view after having a United States Championship. Yes, he did lose it, but he had it, and he had a marquee match with Brock, main event. He's also in a pay-per-view. He's getting some shine, and Montez Ford, that little bitter mother... Man.
Yeah, he was getting tired of losing as a tag team with Angelo. He was losing as a solo competitor. He got lost in the opening round to Elias in the King of the Ring tournament. He was pretty much in catering. Saw his buddy Angelo Dawkins become, champion, pinning Brock Lesnar, being in a main event at a pay-per-view, being in this pay-per-view, and main eventing SmackDown, all within a span of a few weeks. Angelo Dawkins has had a huge rise of being on SmackDown. And Montez Ford took advantage of that, clocked Angelo Dawkins, screwed him over from, potentially being a top contender for Brock Lesnar once again. Sheamus took advantage of that. The ref didn't see it. I don't even think Sheamus saw it, truthfully, because he was down. Sheamus got up, hit the brogue kick, landed on Angelo Dawkins, and now we get to see Sheamus versus Brock Lesnar. And that's going to happen at the next SmackDown.
It's going to be a fun one, Jesse. That's going to be a fun one. We also had... I guess I'll call it a fun main event of part one. Asuka and Rhea Ripley. I expected this to be a battle. I expected it to be a war. And unfortunately for Rhea, Asuka was more equipped for Raw tonight. For War tonight.
Yeah, Asuka looked amazing. She was...
I didn't get to the Riptide.
Yeah, she was very defensive.
I didn't get a signature off.
She didn't get any big maneuvers really on Asuka at all. The Riptide was not hit. Asuka was real defensive. It honestly looked like a NXT performance of the old Asuka where she was, pretty much untouchable. Hit the Asuka lock on her twice. The second time it, made Rhea Ripley tap out. Truthfully, I don't even know if Rhea Ripley tapped out. I would have to look back on the match when obviously this comes out, the Survivor Series part one. But pretty much Asuka is just proving she was Raw Women's Champion once in the past, and she just became Raw Women's Champion again. Rhea Ripley, though, I don't know what happens from here because Christian said the last time. Christian said the last time she had a championship match, besides with Cal Gonzalez when she lost that as well, was when she regained that Raw Women's Championship. She
hasn't defended it since winning it again.
Yeah, so technically we might see some new contenders going against Asuka in the future.
To be fair, my women's division is heating up. Naomi,
look at Bianca's performance tonight.
Naomi, when she fought against Rhea, it was pretty clear that Naomi and Rhea were not going to fight again. But what about Naomi and Asuka? The same woman that Naomi probably should have won that Iron Woman match. But Asuka was the one who won.
Truthfully, I'd rather see new contenders go against Asuka.
We also have Bianca,
who
just
won.
helped me with Monday Night Raw winning. Becky Lynch, who also survived that match. Dakota Kai is still undefeated in singles action. So we have a division that is clearly spiking at a very, very good time, Jesse. I'm tempted to do something crazy, to do something bold, but we will see how bold I get. I don't think the title is going to be defended at my next pay-per-view. It's only in 2 weeks. I don't think I have enough time to do the turnover, but I got to sit down and think some more.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely
I would say definitely Rumble. Definitely Rumble.
Yeah, I'm definitely wanting to see new contenders go against Asuka.
I hear you.
Because we've seen Rhea, we've seen Naomi. Bianca would be cool. Becky, Dakota, I would love to see. But most importantly, it's crazy to see Asuka, regain that Raw Women's Championship, because she's had that championship in the past in 2K20, and we saw what she did there. She stabbed her friends in the back, Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, the great main event they had in 2K20.
Oh man, what
that was a good story. And now Asuka having that title once again with a loaded Raw Women's division. I'm curious to see if she walks into WrestleMania with that title again.
The target is on her back already. I'm sure all the women in the locker room were watching. Team Raw, the women were very, very celebratory after they won. I think that they're ready for whatever challenge may come. I know they say that nobody's ready for Asuka. We're about to find out, Jesse. We also, obviously to kick off part 2, had a King of the Ring match. The King of the Ring final with Xavier Woods and Seth Rollins. And let's be real, Xavier Woods, as he has been for this whole tournament, has been an underdog.
Yeah, beating Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, and Samoa Joe. It's crazy. He's now I think the only ever 2-time King of the Ring winner. He won in real life and obviously in the game now. I played it wrong with Seth Rollins in that match. The big deciding factor early on was you did reverse 2 of my grounded curb stomps, and then I got obviously the curb stomp off the top rope the first time you kicked out, because that was the first big move I landed on you. And then the second one, I couldn't believe you kicked out. I really thought Seth Rollins was going to take that home and become the new, and for the first time in his career, the King of the Ring. One of the very few things he hasn't done in his career is be the King of the Ring.
He still hasn't done it, Jesse, because Xavier Woods was a fighter. He fought a very, very long fight to get here, and it didn't stop here. He hit his boot. I don't know what you want to call it. You can call it an end of. I can't say an end of days. That's Baron Corbin. You can call it a backwoods. You can call it a whatever you might want to call it. Up, up, down, down. Well, he's gonna take his crown and put it up, up, and never put it down, down. I'm very excited to see where Xavier Woods goes from here. I did promise him a world championship shot, but that scene just got a little interesting.
Yes, it did. And we'll be seeing more of Seth Rollins. Win or loss, I had an idea for him. And the feud he's going to be in next is going to be some very great wrestling between those two. I can't wait for that matchup too.
I'll take, we tied on the pay-per-view, but at least I walk out with a crown.
True. Yeah, you got your new King of the Ring. But it's crazy because you have a new world champion. We'll obviously get into that after the next match. Yes. But Xavier Woods becoming the King of the Ring was definitely an upset to me. Him beating Seth Rollins and him winning that final matchup and possibly, probably definitely a future date at that World WWE Championship once again. But we'll get into the co-main event.
Yeah, Jess, let's talk about your main event, your Smackdown main event, that is. Which honestly, Jess,
it was a good match.
I'm glad it went down exactly how it did. It was Liv Morgan versus Raquel Gonzalez. As soon as it started, you saw it was an uphill battle for Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Raquel Gonzalez obviously being the taller, stronger, more dominant wrestler. It was looking like it was going to be maybe a 10-minute match where Raquel Gonzalez was going to win decisively. I know Liv Morgan had that one big move that put Raquel down for she kicked out at probably just one. And then next thing I know, I'm in the ring with Raquel Gonzalez. Liv Morgan is down, and Bayley's music goes off. Raquel Gonzalez is distracted, where we all know Bayley walked into the first match of the night with that briefcase, and
She walked out the show with nothing.
Yeah, she walked out with the show with nothing. She cashed in, came in through the crowd. I believe she knocked down Raquel Gonzalez with the briefcase. Thought about it if she should cash in. She said, what the hell, I'm already in here. Let me just hand the briefcase to the ref. And it instantly became a triple threat match. Bayley, Raquel Gonzalez, and Liv Morgan went at it for probably about another 10 minutes or so. Rose plants were hit, belly to Bayley, excuse me. Back and forth match, and then Raquel Gonzalez, and I think she got hit by.
Rolled out.
Yeah, she just rolled out from probably just a regular move. She rolls out, giving the opportunity to Liv Morgan hitting her finisher and putting out probably most definitely the freshest opponent in that matchup.
The freshest opponent that was also in a match earlier.
True. Yeah, but it was a few hours went by. You know,
the smoothie wasn't that long, Jesse.
Yeah. I'll say that. That's true. She was in a match prior. Yeah.
And I do think, and I said it on the video, I do think maybe the tactic could be Raquel has been dominant. She was looking like she was going to continue to be dominant. Mm-hmm. Maybe Bayley thought, okay, Liv Morgan is hurt. Liv Morgan is a few seconds away from losing this match. If I can cash in and defeat Liv, I win the match. Mm-hmm. That could be the logic from Bayley. That's the only thing that I can think of. Or maybe she was just tired of paying the travel fee to go with the briefcase back and forth on the airplanes. But regardless, that backfired in Bayley's face. Liv Morgan ended up pinning Bayley, and I imagine, Jesse, next, is it going to be Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez once again solo?
Yeah, it's going to happen at Rumble. I'm not going to do it on a Smackdown. I think Raquel Gonzalez definitely deserves a big pay-per-view, especially Liv Morgan too, because I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez at Royal Rumble for sure. Excuse me. It sucks for Bayley because she had that briefcase for months and she unsuccessfully cashed in. We've seen unsuccessful cash-ins in Universe Mode history and in real life. Sucks that it happened to Bayley, but we'll see more of Bayley for sure this season. It's just I don't know if she could ever climb back up to being SmackDown Women's Champion once again like she has in Universe Mode past. But Liv Morgan, congratulations. She's now once again the SmackDown Women's Champion. Her versus Raquel Gonzalez at Rumble is going to be, I think that's going to be a very, very fun match. And
yeah, Jesse, that's going to be a fun match. And what's not going to be at Rumble, it'll be at my next pay-per-view, which I don't want to drop the title just yet because I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be a WWE Championship match. We had a Survivor Thrive match at Survivor Series, which means... Well, this year it means it's going to be a Fatal 4-Way elimination. The first one that gets pinned will no longer be a member of the Raw roster. The thing with this match that was cool, we had 3 new members of the Raw roster. 3 signings that I worked very hard at getting that Jesse's just coughing over me while I speak.
Sorry.
And those members are Malachi Black.
And he made his return.
Which... I love
mind-blowing.
I love Aleister Black. I have a very, very soft spot for him in my heart. I've seen him live. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. I can't act like I see all of his work on AEW these days, but when he was in the WWE, he was my guy. We've had successful seasons with him in Universe Mode past. One of the ultimate successors of Universe Mode in history. We also had Adam Cole, baby, who, we'll talk about that performance.
Baby.
And then Rob Van Dam, RVD. He was live in action for the first time in Lord knows how long, all to go against Cesaro, my WWE champion. And this was a crazy match. This was a very fun match. It was exciting. You didn't know what was going to happen. It was a stake for every pin. And Malachi Black was the first to go.
Yeah, I hit a frog splash through the table off the top rope.
It's a good spot. It's a good spot.
Aleister Black is now a free agent. Not for long, though, because I'm going to be signing him probably during the Power Rankings. I'll add him to the roster.
Yeah.
So Malachi Black is a member of SmackDown. I don't know if he'll be trade bait. I think I'm going to end up keeping him because I never had Aleister Black on my roster ever. I don't think. At least for
we got some ideas we can cook up, Jesse. And then Adam Cole, Rob Van Dam, Cesaro. Those were the 3 that was left. Rob Van Dam went out second to last.
Yeah, I think you pinned him. Cesaro.
Yeah, I hit him with a neutralizer on the outside. And then Adam Cole, listen, I tried to neutralize him. He was not having it. He kicked out of a few neutralizers, and then Jesse has to screw this. I'm emptying the clip. I emptied the clip on him, and then I went for. I don't even know if he has a finisher on the ground in reality.
No.
But the icon popped up, and I was trying to hit it the whole match. So when I went to hit it, I don't know if it was actually going to go for it. I don't know if it's not even a move. But either way, Adam Cole reversed after I emptied my whole clip. And then he put me in the negative, stomped on my hands, and pinned me.
Yeah. He couldn't hit the last shot. I don't know. I was literally screaming at Adam Cole, go for the Panama Sunrise. He didn't have another finisher when you were stunned. But he tried that last shot at least 5 times on Cesaro. And it got reversed literally every single time. Adam Cole, yeah, he is your new WWE champion, but I mean, he became WWE champion off of a hurt Cesaro. Don't get me wrong.
And not to mention, it was a hell of a performance from Cesaro. A hell of a performance from Cesaro, a champion performance from Cesaro, and we're going to see Cesaro get his rematch clause. He's going to be competing against the new WWE champion, Adam Cole, at Raw's next pay-per-view in 2 weeks. That is going to be an insane match. I cannot wait for that, Jesse. And then that was the end of the show. Let's get to the power rankings. There's nothing else to talk about. So Raw's power rankings. Oh, it's a doozy this time, guys. No, let's talk about this bullshit-ass finish of the show.
Yeah, we took a break after the Adam Cole match because we were hoping to play basketball with a few of our friends. It fell through, and we took a smoothie break, like I said during the recording.
Yeah, I got one more sip in here.
We got back up here, and I went beast mode. I absolutely demolished the Bloodline. They've never looked worse. Roman never got pinned this season until now. The Usos got their asses whooped. Umaga got his ass whooped.
He was first to go, right?
Jimmy was.
Yeah,
Jimmy was first to go. Umaga, Roman, and then Jay was the final survivor. Brock Lesnar getting an elimination. I think, actually, each member of my team had a separate elimination. I think Brock eliminated Jay, Randy eliminated Roman, I think Big E eliminated Umaga, and I think Kofi eliminated Jimmy. What
a hell of a memory you got, Jesse. But listen, that's what I expect from your squad. You were all champions. You really did. You had a great performance. You had a great showing. It is what it is. I can't be mad at it. You know, you play the game. You can't hate the game. Bloodline got swept. Now, how does Roman react to this? Is my question, because Roman, he wasn't at fault. He fought, got hit with a lot, kicked out of a lot, and hey, Jay fought too.
I don't know. Off of that performance, I don't think Umaga deserves an internet championship opportunity. I'll tell you that.
I don't.
And it might be looking scary for the Usos, because like if you have one of your members of the Usos and Jimmy look like that against your tag team tournament heating up with Mustache Mountain, Hurt Business, Legado del Fantasma. Those teams, can they finally crack into Bloodline and get those titles off of at least the Usos? Because Roman Reigns is going to have that Intercontinental Championship probably for a little bit longer, because there is no real clear-cut number one contender for him right now. But can we see the Bloodline start to crack from here is the question.
It's unfortunate. We will find out. I'm sure Roman Reigns is going to have some crazy words for them in the locker room, because they ended the show embarrassingly.
Yeah.
And honestly, I want to see how this affects the power rankings, which we're about to get into right now. Jesse, overall though, Survivor Series, how'd you feel? What was your match of the night? Before we get into the power rankings, what was your match of the night? What are your final thoughts? I thought this was a close to perfect pay-per-view.
Give it a solid 9.
I feel like every pay-per-view should have lows, and you know what I mean. Like the Asuka Rhea match might have been a low, probably because they done better. You know what I mean? But in order to have highs, you have to experience lows.
Yeah.
So you got to even out the seesaw. The King of the Ring match was great. The Triple Threat match that turned into a Triple Threat match was great. My Fatal 4 was awesome. Even that 8-man elimination tag towards the end, it was. I mean, sometimes that's fun. Sometimes domination, the way you did it, each individual superstar getting their own elimination, sometimes that's fun. I thought this was a close to perfect pay-per-view. You said a 9.
Yeah, give it a 9.
I'd say like a 9.6. I really enjoyed the show. Angelo, Dawkins, and the Sheamus, the storyline that we're telling with that. The opening match with the woman, how Bianca got it done. It's just a bunch of different things to discuss, Jesse. And
yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with Sasha Banks being left out. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, that story being told. I'm excited for Brock Lesnar and Sheamus. Liv Morgan being my new champion. Asuka being your new champion. And Adam Cole going against Cesaro in 2 weeks. I'm very excited for as well. A lot to digest there in this pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, we could get into the power rankings and, discuss that.
Let's do it. And to touch on Raw's power rankings, it's been a while since we did it, and I opened my eyes, and I don't even know how Adam Cole has his own picture. I don't know how that happened. But Adam Cole, my new WWE champion, he's 1-0, and I gotta give him number one. I do. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you have that belt, and it is crazy to think that he is going to lead the way of Monday Night Raw moving forward, at least for the next 2 weeks. So no team behind him, no undisputed era, but Adam Cole remains on top. And Roman Reigns, he remains pretty much as high as he's been. I don't see any stock dropping from Roman individually after this match. Sure, he got pinned, but everybody kind of gets pinned today. It is what it is. We do see Jay taking over Jimmy, which I think is kind of interesting. And then Asuka inserted herself directly into the top 5. She's my new Raw Women's Champion.
Top 3.
Top 3. You can make that shorter. My bad. So it's going to be interesting how she plays with more of a boost, but more of just in general, more momentum behind her. She looked incredible today, and I'm sure she's going to look incredible moving forward. Usos, as I said. Cesaro, number 6.
Dropped 5 spots.
He dropped out of the top 5. Probably not deserving so, but unfortunately that gold weighs a little bit heavy. So
still +1.
Yeah, he's the highest non-champion, which at this point he's the now number 1 contender, and we're gonna see where he takes his ranking, where he takes his roster spot, and we'll see if he can continue his or restart his reign. But Jesse, look who's under him. These guys have been on each other's tails all year. Xavier Woods and Cesaro. You almost got to say one's name without saying the other. You can't do it. Xavier Woods, who's now the king of the ring, not only is he top 10, he's top 7, helming at that number 7 spot. And he has potential. Like I said, he's going to get a world championship shot soon, the WWE Championship shot soon. We'll see where he could take it.
I would hope he waits until Rumble.
Rhea Ripley with a dramatic drop, unfortunately, especially after the performance she had today. Unfortunately, she's going to have to work hard to stay on top 10 at this point. If she's not a contender, she has to stay active. Maybe if she's not going, again, I don't know right now as far as today goes. We literally just ended the pay-per-view 30 minutes ago. But maybe she has to enter the tag team scene to keep her name alive for the time being.
I hope not.
I don't know, Jess. I really don't know where Rhea's going to go from here. We will find out, though, and you know what? I'm gonna personally do this right now. Unfortunately, I will have to switch. Yeah, I'm gonna take Walter out of the top 10 because Damian Priest earned what he earned by going as far as he did with the King of the Ring.
But Priest beat Walter.
So I gotta have that. But Bianca sliding into number 9. Maybe I can put her at 10 if I wanted to, but after how she's been looking as of late, she's looking like one of the not any news to us, but she's putting the EST in baddest, and she's one of the baddest women on Raw right now. So that is my top 10. Damian Priest, who was my runner-up for the King of the Ring, right behind everybody else. It's an interesting top 10, probably something that I did not expect to happen coming out of this pay-per-view, but damn it, we are here, Jesse.
And getting to the Smackdown power rankings. At number 1, I don't think this has changed since the last time we did power rankings. Randy Orton, number 1. You could argue Brock Lesnar, number 2, but Brock Lesnar did just lose against Angelo Dawkins a week ago on that SmackDown pay-per-view. Did get it back, and he did look great in the main event at Survivor Series, but so did Randy Orton. So respectively, 1 and 2, Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. Number 3 and 4 are my SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They looked great in the Survivor Series match as well. They did just beat Strong Style at that SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. Number 5, a new SmackDown Women's Champion, the new Queen, Liv Morgan. Very, very excited to see where she goes from here. Liv Morgan, once before SmackDown Women's Champion in 2K20. Can she defend that championship against Raquel Gonzalez at Royal Rumble in a few weeks? We're just going to have to wait and see. Very excited for that match and excited to push Liv Morgan once again as my champion. Number 6 and 7, they looked a little rough. Well, not in Candice LeRae. Candice looked good in that match at Survivor Series. Indy Hartwell was the sole survivor, yes, but she did not survive, unfortunately. But they are my SmackDown champions. Probably my next SmackDown or the following SmackDown, I will be having some new women's tag team action. They will not be involved, but we will be having some new women's tag teams going at it. Can't wait to get that started. Number 8, the former queen of the SmackDown Women's Division, Raquel Gonzalez. Number 9, the new number 1 contender for Brock Lesnar and his United States Championship. Him beating Angelo Dawkins off of the assist of Montez Ford puts him at number 9. Number 10, the runner-up, the second place winner, I guess if you want to call it, to being the King of the Ring. Sucks that he lost, but Seth Rollins at number 10, and then you see number 11 there, who's been looking dominant the past few months. Former number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, Karrion Kross.
Yeah, Jess, what a top 10. I mean, pretty much how it looks in my head. Maybe Seth and Sheamus can be switch swapped, but it doesn't really matter when you get that low sometimes.
Yeah, and plus Seth did just lose, and Sheamus has been having a great performances against Brock.
I get it. Well, guys, thank you for watching us as always. We had to kick it off with the power rankings. I mean, we had to end the show with the power rankings, and we really do hope you guys enjoyed what was Survivor Series, and we enjoyed giving it to you guys. It was a great time, great show. It literally took us all day. Jess, it is currently 6 o'clock, 6:30 to be exact. You got here at 12 o'clock. So between between production, pre-production, setting up the card, what have you, this has been over a 6.5 hour show for us. So we are going to take a well-needed rest of the day off. Guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Like I said in the previous video, I hope you guys have had a great holiday, and I know it is the start of the new year. I hope we're kicking off the new year right, and I hope you guys follow us for the rest of the year. So please, like, comment, share, subscribe, join the Discord to extend the conversation past the comment section. Let us know what you thought of Survivor Series. Let us know what your match of the night was. Let us know what you want to see moving forward, all down below.
Ring the bells, guys. Get our new updated videos, and we will see you on
the other side of the universe.
Peace.
Yeah, I got the game all in my hand, ooh, and yeah, pop out with the drip and make a fan drool. You could risk it if you want, this ain't no fan duel. Yeah, I'm in a Benz cool, yeah, stepping for the breeze.